Ghana's #1.
The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwekwanan, only on CTV.
Former Minister of Finance Ken Yaw Offori-Atta risks being detained in almost every country in the world following his addition to the Interpol Red Notice database after he was accused of using public office for profits by Ghana's Office of the Special Prosecutor. Meanwhile, the 196 member countries of the Interpol, including the United States and the United Kingdom, where Mr. Offori-Atta has been reportedly cited, would cooperate to find out his location and will detain him to be extradited to Ghana. Tonight, we go deeper and assess the danger and the impact this, of course, would come along with the passage of Red Alert. I am Kweku Anan, and of course, tonight I'm coming to you live from the HQ here in the studios of CTV. Of course, we are live also across dozens of stations, all picking the feed. Our own in Sunyane is building the feed on 88.1 FM. And our own in Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM is picking the feed. And we are across the Atlantic. Then we can call in London on GOB, is lifting it up on modernghana.com and tune in. Still on GOB, they are lifting it on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. Of course, tonight we are lifting it up on the super highway on my CTVGH, the Frontline Ghana. My CTVGH, the Frontline Ghana. Plus the very interactive segments, the very WhatsApp line, 020-297-3461. 020-297-3461. And again, tonight I call on you to subscribe to our channels, both channels, the Frontline Ghana, and my CTVGH. You would have to subscribe. So, breaking news, events, where it is happening, how it happened, when it happened, we definitely would serve as your reference point. Indeed, your reliable news source, the Frontline. Kweku Anan and the entire team. Folks, tonight, brace yourself. I welcome all of you here in Ghana and around the world. This is the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, airborne tonight, of course, the 9th of June 2025, the year of our Lord. I can see pretty much well that June is quite fresh, right? When we cross my birthday, then it means June is dead. My birthday is 20th June. It's coming. How many days, weeks to go? Yes, then it means we've everything about me is in the middle. Yes. In my family, I'm the fourth born, always in the middle. In the year, I'm in the middle. In the week, I'm in the middle. Quite striking, is it not? In the week, I'm in the middle. Always, I'm in the middle. In the month, January to December, I'm in the middle. In the week, I'm in the middle. In my siblings, I'm in the middle. It's quite funny though. I have to look at the mystery about this. Anyway, it's one of those. Yes, so 20th June would be my birthday, and of course, then the month is almost gone. Then we'll join the month of July. Charlie, June, July, a tough month too. Somebody told me, it said that July, there's a name we have for all the months from January to December, and I guess that July has its name. Kutawonsa or something. Masa. Kutawonsa means a tough June, July. Money is quite scarce though, and I'm sure all of us we do know now, folks. So let's embrace ourselves, the times ahead, and let's live within our means, so we don't get crossed within the crossfire of events. Folks, tonight is a special edition. Special prosecutor Kisi Ejaben finally, Kisi Ejaben has pressed the knob. Yeah. And now I know many of you know. Kisi Ejaben finally pressed the knob like this. Bam. Red alert. The Interpol red alert. Yes, Kisi. Yeah, the code share on our screen. Yes, he has pressed the red alert on former Ghana's finance minister Kenneth Yaw Offori-Atta. Now, after Kisi Ejaben triggered the worldwide manhunt on this guy, well, we know there were still a lot, in the process. Now, Kisi goes further to now activate or press the button that now all the 196 countries signatory to the Interpol Accord, including the United States, United Kingdom, where Ghana's embassies or our diplomatic whatever are there tonight, from the very day the red alert was struck, all these embassies with their security attaches are on also red alert. Now, what it means now is that any of these countries cited among the protocol and believed to be that of a country where former Ghana's finance minister is hiding, if he raised his head up, he'll be arrested. So if Ken Offori-Atta is in London, United States, the Cave Mountains, or wherever he is tonight, so clear, now the battle lines are drawn that Kisi Ejaben is looking for this guy to arrest and set the prosecution in motion. Folks, as of last week and all of that, coming all the way to sometime ending of last week, it was like, oh, okay, we're seeing what we'll do. There's this. There were, call it the pushback from his lawyers. Oh, his lawyers were throwing tantrums and they were accusing Kisi Ejaben and other stuff, trying to question Kisi Ejaben's, legibility to assess medical reports. And who is he? He's a lawyer. What is it that he knows about medical reports and the blah 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 and all of that? So they were trying to accuse Kisi Ejaben of he trying to step over his bounds and all of that. Kisi said, no, I am within my bounds and I'm operating as dictates of the office. But guess what? Kisi Ejaben has been lenient. Let's be fair. Kisi Ejaben has been lenient with former finance minister. I must be honest, because I don't want to go back and forth with this issue because all of us know what it is, but a quick recap on what brought us here, that today the red alert has been activated. Sometime last month, 29th of May, believed to be the very negotiable time frame that his lawyers together with Yaw Offori-Atta schedule that he would come and face the authorities. All right, he will come and face the authorities, the prosecutorial authorities, whatever that they want to charge him, whatever questions they want to pose and all of that. He's ready, you come. This was done together with his lawyers. What happened? And then after the 29 or before the 29, before whatever, Ken Offori-Atta's lawyers changed the whole cause sign and they are doing something else. Why? Now, instead of them to at least write to the special prosecutor about what. No, they refused to write to the office, and they were doing their own thing. They are doing their own thing. But again, folks, sometime before the 29th of May, supposed to be the days he has to arrive, Yaw Offori-Atta and his people said to us that, oh, he'll go and do some, checks, blah, blah, blah. Suppose that the doctor would have to do some scan and all of those things, which will push him to, if you like, a surgery of some sort. Now, that particular assertion took yet another preposition. Supposed to be that, has the surgery come off or did not? Now, the month May 29th that he's supposed to come, they push it to something else. At this time, it's around rather this time that he's going for the surgery. And this time, what kind of surgery is Offori-Atta is going for? Prostate cancer. Folks, now, it is so clear, vividly clear, that Ghana Korle Bu Teaching Hospital can operate, can do that particular surgery under reference of Offori-Atta. Korle Bu is so much expert in that. And in fact, we've heard over this weekend, doctors have spoken. A lot of renowned men in this country who have gone to Korle Bu and they've operated on them this same prostate, whatever, including the sub-region, big people within the sub-region who have come to Korle Bu, this premier hospital, and they've been operated this same prostate. So why can Yaw Offori-Atta will not resort to going to Korle Bu for this treatment? Because he was once a government official. He's part of putting this country to be that of a best of a country we all have to live in, is it not? So why is it that the health sector he helped to create, he's refusing to go to that same health sector for him to be treated? What is wrong? What has become of these our so-called men in this political, ladder who refuse to go to our health sector? We have a very nice hospital, University of Ghana's hospital is there, right? Korle Bu is there, Confanoche is there, Rich Hospital is there, and many premier hospitals in this country. Now we are even learning that this kind of prostate, when it's done, you can walk out of the hospital the same day and go your way. So what is this rendezvous? What is this cat and mouse play that Ken Offori-Atta is trying to stage with a special prosecutor? Folks, tonight we'll go deeper, assess the red light itself, the impact of this red light against the backdrop of the passage of the red light, the Interpol red light, what the consequences lie thereof, and many things. Folks, my guests will join me tonight and we'll do all of the analysis and back to back. Let's get started. In himself, Mr. Mehuye, Edo Yankop wants to say, Waboy Hoba mi ako a long holiday. Ebinim kura susu say, Edwin say, Efel say, Ehuni say, Ese ne Mondays year holiday. Ade. Now open the holiday in Swaka. Eran ma sema da pono so na etiawa. This year the bibia the dana kwema kama. Bibia ye kama. Etre say. Sisi aye ka say. Special prosecutor na activity when we are pressing knob no. Enti red alert ne dia aso ewo Yaw Offori-Atta so. Den. Aso we mirikatu so a. Sisi aye ka say no. Amayama e wo wiase na a Ghana ka ho a. Sa Interpol protocols ye observe no. Wo mu na so ahwe se. Onyankopon ya adomu a. Ye de nkra bi aba abedan wom. Sa nkra na ye de abedan wom no e kire se esese sa amayama ni na na ehwe na omo no nso se ye de obi abeto platform no so the global platform
says nipa no we di boni bi wo oman bi e oman be ya e Ghana na sa boni na we die ne ye hwehwe ne dindindindin so nipam enti amayamani na o me signatory to sa account no wono mo nhye no so say quick womo eso nipa ne ma ye mfa ne emra enti kanene de ebe kan se na a worldwide manhunt ene de ato no so keke bazizia ne protocol no ya so kanea no kese no ankasa no a eno ayese ujata na nzizie ka sei amayamani na ye 196 se Yaw Offori-Atta she America kwaye mu ho a o she mipom ho ewire mu ho ensuo mu enue mu ho enenchamu be bia ye behunu bia no ye beche no se obehye Ivory Coast o obehye Togo okoshe London o himfa o be bia obekwa akoshe bia owura emipo bia mu ana kwaye bia mu ensuo enuem enenchamu bia mu ana se sirem be bia ye beche no ye chine so ayemfa ni nyina ho you'll be extradite ibe piano de nabo mem ha say na waba be face ne the charges ene nioma why den why etia omen nti sisi ade finally special prosecutor no why the SSO den oye na ebinumu te ho ekeka se a special prosecutor de kasa bebrebe ebisi an so what mo try events and Yaw Offori-Atta in absentia. There's a reason why he said that not all build up in the side. And ebu ma wo ho as I said ye to your boss na unya nimdie no ansa na obe comment ya why then wa comment and yes straightforward sao there be but see anu de ye ka say ordinary na ayeden egu akwan mu na wo say ebinum kura no raise issue bi say na de no no ki eni nko bebia papa no wo no because ebinum reference airbus scandal no airbus scandal I mean shows obi anim airbus scandals wo man no wo mu no wo mu nya wo nya Ghana for no with airbus scandal wo mu nya Ghana for and as long as wo nya Ghana for then there's what you know and say everybody wo mu nya cited jurisdiction no actually say so me London or a London near British near NASA American near and there is in a coho because jurisdiction has been cited here. Won't even cast omra ukrum. Una say oko. Na Yaw Offori-Atta nso see I want Ghana. And I say Ghana ni. And I take Ghana asase so. And obey a minister wa ha. Airbus no one wa ye investigator no. Unhu so obi abeji post wa ha. Unhu say Airbus scandal no. Womu ni hene mo na mo build this argument no and am build this me say Airbus scandal no why and obedi post wa ha but Yaw Offori-Atta ne dom wo mo depose e wo Ghana meboa na menti mo ase o se obi te Yaw Offori-Atta yi a wo pese wo kọ na wo hwe wo ho yare da bi yese kolebu prostate cancer no and no cry one of the easiest and the very simple surgery. No adanwa no wasesa wontare no nkuku nkaka wukofi. According to the doctors, yes, ubeti was soon tonight. I'm telling you, it will be the likes of Yaw Offori-Atta nom so ubeti me di minister ewo Ghana ha. Na ye die sika tua oka ama baby di utiato aye bibia di ama na ohu untiapo a osi no ya spiti ni de wokọ enye na chi se wokọ amano ne ekohwe wo asem wei ekoma sum e ma oman penimfo mutena oman ni mu yese e ma toma sum mu ye okay what how you are spending our money, you are using our office, and you say you want to be a minister and help the nation or helping nation wa now we are in a hospital near also www hospital na wokọ enye yi na mom you can sit in our office and pretend to be said you can help us build a nation worth of what notes am I okay no mo yare ya pam na mama mo so Dubai, London, United States, South Africa. Now then among South African ministers wo. Ko where? Ko Dubai. Na because the health facility now will call Dubai no. The health facility now will call our United States no. The health facility now will call London. Nipa te se wo na omo te wo na omo years health facility no. Inti ada na wo de ende wo ntumi nya ne ye na wo nkɔ hɔ. Wo hu madwene se de esite wo mpedifo no wo hu madwene because kan o kwekwana kasaba sabasa me kasaba wo de tra mechanic one day pe na be say me media no biom retired e retirement me ye adwuma foforo yeah na mo democracy amutimu mo de akɔ say ya but when democracy na mo ye ho no ewura no mo ba wo on my way the owners of this nation they are coming in the MPP ni NDC munyina ye me say the owners of this nation they are coming to the mo handle democracy ni say ya munya munema basa say ya mu yare a mo se mo nko konfa no che mo nko kolebu mo nko University of Ghana no mu to play nko amanone wo ko ba bia obi so edi na dwene ni nyansa ene odi ayesa na health facility no nti ene de wo ko obenya ayaresa papa na ha de wo ye ni ye nya yie Can Offori-Atta ansam ne ye ba so anadwi ensem kitinkiti bi so ne namkwem yes ensem kitinkiti bi na onyankopon ya adoma Wednesday we are starting one of our biggest investigative report efa a premier hospital kesi bi hu ewo Accra Greater Accra Meda Hospital ne di akirɛw ene emu mpanimfo ne bonia ekoso hospital wa the death toll ewo hospital no ni hu bi da nipa ewu rough nipa ewu ewo hospital Meda Hospital ni din and then I'll ask you what cause our hospital now experience get in touch with the front line we have all our report eba you sure say what is say government are suspending that 1 cedi fuel levy whatever we suspend it because 16th now most suspend I don't know why don't you just crash it off I have a build-up for you tonight Nina no and then I'm kwemoba Can Offori-Atta ask him over the weekend let me monitor one of the news wires and a lawyer at the program so na lawyer ne kachire Ghana for say so no be advice Ken Offori-Atta advice or the man is say ma Ken Offori-Atta on ma Ghana yeah or say papa we ma Ghana or be advice and say he shouldn't step here Ronaldo why a lawyer ni mapa renowned otisa stage no say Ken Offori-Atta should not step here anye ne mobo say no papa we waboga ne diga na ewu bibie no Ken Offori-Atta mo de bebo no kwa edit say yes why then electricity assembly wo bibie no mo bebo no kwa edu a me ha me eye me won I don't want to know the course was GRL electricity then no ade ba kope amuna donko na wetuo wo rage he ya no amuna na ho no eno na mepese ebisa ne se kwan ben so papa we lawyer we guy yoda we see a friend Kofi Bentel over the weekend to Jaw FM news file telling the world to say Ken Offori-Atta Ghana this guy he is one of the what executive Deben president to Imani yeah a think tank group and Bibi Kasanchez no a kwanya Ken Offori-Atta the on my way Ghana's enviable money or their fasono he Wono Bentel should be part of the group of Ghanaians who should chase Ken Offori-Atta for our money no baby osimoma and how much of quantum of money belonging to this nation that is gone down the drain Ken Offori-Atta is a free man in his estimation in the scheme of things or not Benson believe say no one better so ya na me pese wo hwe Ghana mpanimfo no na sebe omuso makuko school ni be a doctors professors a lawyer for and one for politicians and pese we tie o say sebe bebre no hu so mo na mo so mo ye nipa o But na me pese wo rate wo hwese wo nyansa no etisen nyansa ben na wotini mo de ye ni nyoma de ye no e na oman no ho do ben e na wonimu oman no ehumpuntuo ene oman ni kanko ben e na si nani so no now no more say emra no more you see when we are they go and hide behind the law and you see the law says this, the law says that, the law says that, but now no more say no, it's man who made the law and not the law made man. We made the law. We Ghanaians, we made the law. And we have the right to question any Dick and Tom and Harry. And no so a former general secretary of the NPP, Kwabena Japan, and so catch say why Kisie Japan is treating Yaw Offori-Atta like a common criminal. My goodness. Hey, you treat Yaw Offori-Atta say or a common criminal. The end treating say because a nana ria mene ka say. Answer na me better studio hey. Somebody in Bogatanga, in Wa, in Tamale, in Enchi, in Hafasinin, in Volta region, a court, a sentence in the panel de near Edina Kotum. Dear Ben, the crime is saying Okofa DB as Adena, a edible and opus woody. Wokofa DB and office obey me out on when his car criminal be or their culture and baby school fees and one no. Watch him, my judge Namfa, Judge Nesemedo Beko, Yadenuko, or Demo, or Dim. And when the men in the leadership, like Yaw Offori-Atta, who was given everything to take care of him, na onobe catcher say sikani e di be develop your man but say ni na e dey kogu baby SM dey kogu sir really guys first of all maybe a short break but give me a short break and let me come back. MCR, give me a short break and then let me do something and come back quick. Give me a short break quickly.
About burgers, I'm so impressed on telephone.
Okay.
Oh, Freya,
Oh, yes.
oh, Freya, no fine. I'm not going to buy it. Now, he's so nice and friendly. The moment I'm going to moon or fall selling me or buy a diamond.
Okay, biogas.
Biogas,
okay.
Or fall selling me and no trust in new come on no man. No, I'm the ball. No, I'm more pictures.
Okay.
Just say, I'm almost started first. Now the plumbing job was so bad.
Okay.
Because now there was no washing machine,
okay.
No sink. Just say, jump around here and you come out.
Okay.
But biogas, I see I try. I hear pumping work.
Okay.
And then we were Ghana.
Okay.
No washing machine.
Okay.
I will washing machine. Now I'm going to hear now. Give me a moment, gas.
Okay.
And you say the one Ghana, you can hear you want to know.
Yeah.
And I will press here. I will try Ghana. I will try Ghana. You want to design. I had it dear mammy. Oh, one check. Almost can just so happy. Money, oh, yes.
Oh, wow. I see.
We see kind of check.
Okay.
This kind of manner. And more women to this over, you see, can you? Sikano was a bit down to the edges. Wow.
Very good.
Wow.
Very good.
Very good.
Oh, okay.
Very good. And you're reaching more bra.
Oh, yeah.
And you're reaching more bra. I said, no, I am the sitting room.
Sitting room,
sitting room.
Arrangements
everything
I screen so you say Nina biogas
trust and believe in biogas especially people workers on me so nice and friendly and they do workers in the bar who are my workers in the fee. Mr. Manyanisa, being workers in now, Opanoma Bepiada, and no more chance, no to be a man on his head. Yes, we know more work with it. Okay, my trouble too was 38 years. Sure. Mom bread. Oh, woman name bread power with it. Now, Bessifie, only have Cassius Campan, and I'm here 7 years saying, but Banetta said, well, Bomobo. Okay. But with biogas. Sabotage. Okay. Now for non send picture anymore, not choosing your pay. Okay. What is the kind of bag of bayane come. Biogas. The best.
The best.
Great folks just gone past. Biogas Experts Engineers, of course, proudly sponsored. Of course, they are sponsoring the Frontline show. Of course, that's Ghana Speaks Media Mobile Room. So, Biogas Experts Engineers, the Omokacho and the Bomodian, contact them, call them on 0555 589 3001 055 589 3001. O contact my dear now. O per se construction amount. Construction of what? Boho. Construction of what? State of the art kitchen. The best. Construction of what you call floor tiles. POP, right? O per associato, clean land. To Kwasembi no litigation free land. Biogas expert for NETSO. Mobile assist will be BM woman a door so mean to me canina. Especially at the Binswam. And so I start here a system no more dine home den scripting this annual maniaman a dan you see for how many years I don't know, but a dan home why painting your AP lead down. Nina biogas expert for Bahwa, you move down and go no. It's not meant for see and shut it down no. The baby treaty dino in a way of treatment acquired to say constructed. On better find this forever. And yet, and who and why biom. In soon the air to into beating me on my boho kese at the amawa. And no beating me in the death of the assassin. When waiting me and so come at the amount. So try them. Try them. Bibia opeso musi dan kasamau. Dear, like you are all formal as your contractors, wherever you are. Former sell contractors, on woman transferring agreement. Normally bibia and fire day and fire amount abra. What their own fat on sa and candano, what the answer moi and a baby beer, all up to see a big roofy dine. POP, BBA, everything, BBA, state of the art kitchen, one may be the Ashimama. When we are my boho, if you also the amount, dear he be. See, when we are a company of all round, and I believe, sir, one bet me sort of some of these very problems that is militating against homes here and around the world, Ghana for more. Contact them 055 589 3001. Kojo Ebejozo. Of course, let me salute my senior brother Kwesi Chedakwa. Kwesi is in London. Of course, Kwesi is doing the listening and watching. Kwesi, I hope to be here. Of course, you are London or come. As far as you are concerned, of course, you're doing great. Yes. Akachawe, Stephen Akachawe, you are in Bolgatanga. You're watching the show. Let me greet this, my guys. Yes, Richmond. Richmond, you are watching the show from United States, precisely Virginia. Yes, Richmond. And then John Opoku Entry, you've also joined the show. Yep. And many of you. Yes. Osei Kwame Jr., despite Alan, Osei then also airshare program now. And friends Charles Suglo also what joining program na come and Ajua Boatsma of course also what joining program no come and Isaac Atobra yes also what joining program no right I say I told you Ghanaians something sick and tired right man I told you say you're right Ghana is sick kroni yare ampa and adria samwa ho JC what's the name there JC something is it hello Kweku you great mudine bi somewhere yes muna ma join show no come bibia bede na kwamate mensuro kra now Ghana Speaks one. Beneath comes politics of today. Tonight, we threw the spotlight on Bernard Ntribuesiako. It's illegal galamsey matters plus other developing stories and also Namkwemu. Hey, John Cranton, greetings from USA. Who is in LA? May be LA. Let me be sawasem. Yeah, LA. Okay. Hey, power to the people, my man. John Kane has just joined, of course. Yes, live from Canada, Toronto, Canada. John Kane. John, I hope Canada be here. Come on. Yes. Now, then battle in Tribuesiako, particularly to do with Galamsey. Enna, As we all know, the state prosecutorial bodies are preparing to lay their final charges against them battle Wontumi. Now, guess what? The former president Adodankwa Akufo-Addo weighed into the matter. And what is it that former president Akufo-Addo and so Eka, particularly to do with referencing the galamsey of Wontumi? Former president Akufo-Addo, was saying become one. The minimum say no. The security agencies of the state no the be ejuma no mo fanye ejuma. Take a listen to former president.
Let me respond briefly to the chairperson on the issue of illegal mining. I want to assure him and all of you that Akonta mining is not engaged in any illegal mining anywhere in Ghana as we speak. Let me respond briefly to the chairperson on the issue of illegal mining. I want to assure him and all of you that Akonta mining is not engaged in any illegal mining anywhere in Ghana as we speak.
As we speak, saith former president Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Hey! Mr. Akufo-Addo. Yeah, let me welcome other guys on board. Yes. I have Joseph Andrew Kofi. Good evening, Kweku. Keep the spirit up. We are all with you in spirit, praying for you, watching you live from Germany. He joins us from Germany. Emmanuel Ahoto say, if NDC misbehave by not able to jail these people here, Anyway, then Samuel Asamoah or say. BBB greetings from, is it Hack Holland? Okay, Asamoah. Anna, my Valerie joins me. Valerie, where have you been? All this while. Valerie joins me from Virginia, Richmond. Yes, Valerie. Good one. Now, show, say, Anna Akufo-Addo. Enti na chese, Wontumi ne de galamsey asem ya monokwa do be da in the era of the NPP, said former president Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, still them battle Wontumi no. Say nipa bi eba ne moa enti. The minority leader of our parliament, Kwame Afenyo-Markin, is seriously offering prayer to God to end the political woes of Bernard Ntribu. Even before cry Yebabi in the free, and as Yesha said, the iron hands of Yoko will be lifted no. Near the Empire Jinum, Kwame na Disa Empire Nimu, Intintima, Yesha says, Empire Nina, Yankupon Betia, it will end the woes of Wontumi. And how is Kwame offering this prayer? A prayer of frankincense before the Lord. Yes, Anna. Take a listen to him.
Yeninia Ntribu Saku. The man bri onama yosam obi pedo chedon no wotum. Obi pedo chede ye pede Wontumi oso no nyinara nti ye betre. Erazi oye ne pede nchana ne chema. Ne nua chema nkuti neyi obabebi. Nanso was na hyen konson. Ourselves, ya prayer was won yin. Onka fe ejapaze by 50 million and sana we nyane fa wozi.
Kwame na mpaye ni. Baro Nyankopon obetie ana ontie. Ti oman no bia betimi de nsa akohye oman no bibia mu afom oman no kwan bia so sense owia wo beko yerade ye Nyankopon akobọ mpaye ama no ne wetie etise kotoko any house bobo kotoko fo bo mpaye eme Nyankopon house fo so bo mpaye eme Nyankopon wan Nyankopon ntie no. So arithmetics will be to me working. Answer the bedding. The late Professor John Evans Fifi Atamels warned Ghanaians on something dangerously creeping into our body politics some time ago. Today, we are here with it. Everybody, what you call manicracy. The late Professor John Evans Fifi Atamels to Ghana for say yensha DBE. Ekonya yama sika o edi ome amanyo sem enim kan no yenhwe niye na all kano na ye say we chichichichi all cannot nice Professor Mel say kasa. But na yin bianca bin chirobia say sikasemu a ewura amanyo semu wo ahase NDC mu MPP mu no ehu yi pa sesi a se e ka ne kra wobekọ parliament wa na sabe nyanyansa bi a wo ntie o enya nyansafo na ekọ parliament ho enya nyansafo na ewura ya politics no it's about the highest bidder. Yeah. Our parliament is not ready to take the most reasonable, intelligent wisdom. No. Etwem sabri etwem is the highest bidder. Why in obeko constituency ho? Kosi sika amadodo no a na o me vote ama no. No wenya kwan akotena parliament ho. Oho na okọ minima de okoye wo ho. Members of parliament omuko no muko tranta minim omuti ho so omuso ene ya bre ene ya yese enti ukoye den ewo ho anyansafo so ho a wo metini akotoato adwene ama omen kan konimdie ede ama omen di yie no ye ma omkwan sika no am but Professor Messi to omanefo no na omen mpenifo to na ye hwe Professor Messi ejema oyi fantefo no oyi concert kire. I mean for Professor Mills one more time and Shirawate. But of course, my condolence to the family. Say me video. Take a listen to him.
Those who are president before are the ones who are enjoying. They have their fingers in every pie in our country. And I'm telling you. And they want to maintain it this way. Sometimes you ask yourself, did they come into power to rob the nation? Do they ever think about the people who voted for them into power? No. Obviously they don't. We have a very onerous responsibility. We need to give Ghanaians hope. We need to let the electorate know that you cannot be a leader unless you have people following you. And that the resources of our dear nation should be used solely for the benefit of the ordinary people. Leadership is about one thing, and in our case, improving the lot of Ghanaians. That is all. That should be the only preoccupation. Nothing else. But what do we see? Buying hotels, getting engaged in cocaine. Look at it. When we started talking about the drug issue, they said we were crying wolf. Now you have a member of parliament languishing in jail here. He brought into this country $6 million worth of heroin. Of course, his intentions must have been very clear. If he had succeeded by now, he would be, is it the 22nd or 23rd presidential candidate for We had by-elections in his constituency in Kranza. And we have heard stories of how he pumped money into that area. Now, there is only one thing we worship in Ghana, that is money. It doesn't matter how you acquire it. Now, if you read some of the newspaper stories which come out by mistake, their presidential candidates are just going around buying delegates. Money is not a problem. Money is not an obstacle. And yet, these were people who 7-8 years ago were almost indigent. Where have they got the money from? They are flaunting their wealth. And Ghanaians have begun to ask questions. They want an alternative. And we should provide that alternative. But we should be guided by the experience that is being established now. You cannot go into leadership position and do the same thing. We have struggled when we came out of power in 2001. But by the grace of God, all of us have been able to get settled. You are not now going into government to try and make hay while the sun shines. Put something aside for a rainy day. The rainy days have gone. Yes. This should therefore be a period of sacrifice. Now I heard my good friend Osafo Manfo praising himself to the high heavens, saying that he's the only person who can beat Atanas because he's a manager, he's done this or that to the economy. My brothers and sisters, cast your minds back. When the PNDC came into power, our economy was recording what? Negative growth. All the structures had collapsed. More than 3 million Ghanaians left Ghana. Toilet roll was a luxury at the time. If you wanted to buy clothes and you went to the market, the only indication was that they would give you broomsticks. And the broomsticks would be a pointer to what they were going to give you. PNDC did its best. NDC for 8 years decided to repair the damage. We had financial sector reform. We decided to introduce democracy in the first place. We decided to also concentrate on infrastructure, education, on Medicare. We have 3 state-of-the-art hospitals in Ghana. They compare favorably with hospitals anywhere in Cape Coast, Ho, and Sunyani. Education, we have 3 universities. We increased the number to 5. We decided that there should be a polytechnic in every district. Now, when Osafo Manfo comes and boasts, I asked him, at the time when he was chairman of NIB, managing director of NIB, how much by way of taxes were we collecting? We decided to revamp the revenue collecting structure. How can a minister of finance operate if you are not able to collect revenue? I was for 8.5 years the Commissioner of Internal Revenue. It was my period of national service. We did that to strengthen the foundation for them. At the time that now, this is one government which has enjoyed more resources than any other government. And they have not been able to account for the results. And you know the reason why they forgave us our debt? It was because they said that Ghana had become a model of democracy, good governance, etc., etc., and that Ghana must be encouraged. What prompted this decision? The fact that we handed over peacefully to them. Yes, the first time. And they thought that Ghana has now settled. So let's give them all the help that they want. This is the reason. And mind you, they also forget that because they wanted us out, in 2000 they wanted us out because they thought that that was a good opportunity for them to change governments, and that would be a positive signal to the rest of Africa. Cocoa price went from 1,800 a ton to 700. Gold went down. We had problems with Ashanti gold fields at the time, while oil prices went up. When you have a monocrop economy like ours, you depend on cocoa. Your budget takes the price of cocoa into consideration, and your revenues from cocoa.
The late Professor John Evans Fifi Atamels na ekase. Ebra no wo tuyefo kwanya sika ewura manyo semu making way no. Na yen na yenim sa kwan no nanso anye ye se yen kasa yetiri ho. Those were the days the likes of wine Eric Amwatenum were transporting narcotics outside Ghana. Edibe rap politics me yeche no. It need to how many years? As if say no be the end of it. Ene kwanya sika ewura manyo sem no ebro obi anti ase na obi say nti Ghana ha na mu twa say sika we. Yo. Ebre ne beso. Say the lumba kan no ebre ne beso a ebeso pa o. The Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwame Governs Agboja, has chronicled several roads contractors who were paid millions of dollars without work done. Asemu yare ho sem say, so manya wutim na aban what's sa Ghana fosi ka dia ma contractor be say je kokodi ekwan ya yedema say how many kilometer roads wanyo nemum ehwo bamfa so bi say yemma contract ni sika no nkodi keke ade am I the one saying it? Aren't you scared? Hwekwan ya won ensuo no na etoto no many principal streets roads within the capital, many regional capitals all over in the cocoa growing areas. I see a transporting cocoa edeba. I see a transporting food stuff bideba. Yentini dientia insuo ase kwani na yentini anye road no. Nemum ya sese sikapudo no e de ama contractor say je ohu ofe we a nice man. Ohu akono yie Ghana se fatal enumnyam nkaw je sika na kodi ni free. Abana mo no ho bede. Say no, this is against the soul of this nation. Sir, road minister and Asama Walker. Take a listen.
Spoke passionately about why contractors are not paid. Colleagues, listen. Just this morning, I gave you a snapshot of a little things that happened in my ministry. Where your government paid somebody 30, those contractors who worked and were not paid were there. When you paid a contractor $30 million for no work done.
$30 million.
And that contractor was a contractor that the former vice president actually took and did sword cutting and promised everybody. When contractors were working. Listen.
You have created a mess.
Mr. Speaker, in fact, that is why I am demanding that part of the money that I would have used to pay contractors is the $30 million you gave to a contractor for doing no work.
For doing no work.
You see, for doing no work, you ignored those. You ignore those who have worked. You ignore those who have worked for up to 21 billion and you didn't pay them. Yet you were paying a foreign contractor $30 million for doing no work. Mr. Speaker, I am 100% in support of the finance minister to audit the payments before we pay.
Yes.
If I rushed to ask him to pay, the finance minister would have paid additional $14 million to the contractor who you paid the $30 million.
For no work done.
Will you be happy about that? So indeed, we are going to pay contractors, including the contractors in the minority leaders constituency. The only thing I realize is that you are good at identifying contractors who haven't been paid, but you actually forget to pay them all the time. The contractors working towards Winneba, when was the last time they were paid? Mr. Speaker, I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, I am not a selfish minister.
Is it not the Winneba MP?
The ecosystem of the economy is not only about
how 30 million US dollars ituama contractor no mkone baby wanye juma 30 million tie 30 million kubisa o minister no ituama road contractor J kudi we a nice man Ghana se fatal tie so good evening Kweku how are you? I can guess that Ghana for here. Isaac Atobro said, thank you, Professor John Evans. Fifia Tamils, Ghana for my president. May your soul rest in peace. Okay. Friend said, JC, or say, Professor was talking to Baumia. Where did Baumia got the money he is sharing from? How much is his salary of vice president? How come he become a billionaire without a single company or factory? Okay. JC said, but Kweku, most of Wuntumi concession he was working on is for Nana and family. So it's possible he's cleared him. These are all allegations. We don't know for facts. Folks, in the political circles, political watchers are questioning this politician. His words of today, yesterday, and perhaps into the future. And the question is, who is he? One more eshe amanyo semu edi amanyo semu ho agro. Political watchers ne. Bisa se sa politician oye hwan ne kasa etisen ada ne kasa bi ti say enne obeka ne say ena ochena so say na da chen so sen na kasa no ebeko no. What it means is there is what you call inconsistency be draw itself in his narrative. Or a politician bear. Listen to him.
For eka enano asem de pao zongo for say omu njindi se MPP omu de Dr. Baome abeba but omu de ne badia omu be tuamano sana omu kaya omu be tuamano amba enti ushe north na ushe zongwa two strongholds Dr. Baome abegina ebeto form so NDC timi win election voter region me call jina voter regional make more votes ama MPP where were voter region make more votes ama voter enyesa make voter so make enti almost strongholds no nyina ebe shake omo enintina omusuro Dr. Baome sano enyesa because omunyina nim say me be gina ho a mema omu showdown
Yeah, is it funny? Is it funny? But you know why? Baby, all custom regions now. Guys, MCR, bring me back that video again. Let me do something quick. Now, watch the video critically. The regions he mentioned, after the elections, and I said, election is saying no nyawo regions in the Moshe. Okay, so this is the map, right? Look at this map critically. This is Ghana map. And yet West Africa map, where Ghana map. Now, listen to the candidates. All the regions now, so benya votes, womni DN and asefo ho krone ba no. Enunye. And you can see the blue markings and they say no nya wo ho. All right? Meaning someone to the American Asia. Zimon. And do the quick one, my yen check out the bini say no nya wo sa regions ni mu. Papa na wo kasa no. Zo. And di enti na obeke kanensem sa okay kanensem sa no a na ase ne say because then usha and all of it, some regions ni na no. Ushemwa NDC say no mkuta oho. My menjo me ha. NDC kuta say 13. NPP kuta 3. Ene gu hon. Ana meboa. Yeah, ene hon. Am I right? Yeah. Yes. 13 and 3. Regions won by either party out of the 16. And today na papa you walk na asem fei. The ama political pundits in the baby confused. Omu ni baby a ofri. Hey. Okay. Folks, let me bring this video to respite your evening. That a Ghanaian, female truck driver is persuading Ghanaians here and abroad the need to work hard and earn a good living. Ghana for a 100 year. Brano dia na ane so edwuma bi edwuma Ghana ni be ya obenya ne nsa no aduane no e wo se di ohunu Ghana ni o wa ma no ne susuru wo edwuma obeya ne nsa be kɔ na no ene so wo se di ohunu but e bi mo betimi abeka cho so no hey as long as I'm your bow me a bemo edwuma we as long as I metimi aye na etimi ama me good living, that is the order of the day. And this is a Ghanaian female Ghanaian or American memoir. She edwuma wo ye wo ho. She say edwuma ya wo ye ho. Na wo Ghana ha uso betimi aye we ana wuntimi nye. Saying and ultimately gather courage, no to America memu yes adwumen. Listen to her and her words of inspiration.
Me have a chance to believe my life. I want me trouble. Ain't the machine na yango talk akra. So me trouble ni and in ye say net here. Dede wa ha. She said trailers ni so when na ye trailers ya e freezer. Me de ni e freezer enti esi so we me kwamara na de ma me ba adwuma me nkofie a me ba madwuma Tuesday to Saturday na me kofie de ma manage ni nti me kira wade so me truck mu inside ni me truck inside ni okay so haya na ya metena eye me videos no me de ko talk akra nti bra ma me kira de ma manage me invite Ghana ma ewo America ha say Brad beg join me na drive truck very good and what you say difficult though challenges be bring especially on the road just woman especially on the road no but trust me say akoma ye dey go drunk kwa dey trust me with my do so yan hwe with the section be ho me truck my main close to blind way you see and the driver side me gina no me bedroom side and the way actually ho no nti me bie any me bie me curtains no me bedroom ni my kitchen be inside. So, my microwave ni. So, me okay with aduane bi am be fifia but I make man aduane e wo truck make say me my PC so. Okay. We black bag ya. Me bag ya me bibia me take shower. E wo. We me take shower. Me bibia wo bag we mu. Okay. Me wo fan kitwa bi ho asempe heat some channel truck on honor. Na me weather near one wa and any fine any and so me turn on na aboa me kakra. Yamra me kitchen ni. I had me no maduane. E wa me truck 53 wheel truck emu na me wono. O sha ma pesi em siga so no. Ye free bi se koko asigoko. So nim koko a eno no. E na ma plug no have fe no eni. E na me dey sisi no. Me furu kakra e na won chen no. Usha way me check my blood pressure every single morning and every single night before I go to bed. So me check my pressure, me swada no papa me check it. Way a hidden part. They say bia me na ya me ya machia me ya me mu ya me ya mba bia me ya. Me plug ya any. Me plug ya na either say madaso plug yo ha. Either say medaso or me wrap ba bia me ya say me sam dey wrap o. Me swada me ho to me kama. Oba ha me window ni me pese me ho abonten a eni on so be window na hwe mu ka se o ha nyina trucks dey so bebre no all right me window no afei yamra me mpaso so me bed ni wa ho a me bed ma le ni kama no aha so yie hwem hwe soro hwe o hwe soro ho na bed foforo e na sana wo esoro ho no o hwe bed foforo na wo soro ho no ti en so met me afold aba na me pese me dasran me dasro sometimes e be our friend be wunu be obabi e person no kwakwan so a obeba me office no be sign paperwork na me sign it now we are allowed inside the truck make me na akọ road about just 1 day trip or whatever 3 days trip whatever you bet me akọ aba so me me kitchen me bedroom na me da mempa na malene kama no oba ha say ya me winter jacket na hangi one hangers bibi awo how come and also weigh me bag and me vitamins a woman me backpack me woman me document be a woman I say yambra me storage room this is my storage okay ubi say storage near kakra inside the home me paper plate na shisha hanu paper plate be any shisha hanu paper towels any paper plates paper towel ne do so another storage na was home and so me won yama ho yeah me bag me fifie ba ye me pack me ntare gum kama for the week no me share on e wo ha say no me nsuo ha na wo me bread bia me kotoye so e big story afa ye mra ba bia mama ni gimmo enini wo hwe ha we eni e fridge ene wo from ha no fridge ni enini ubie mu hwade me kosia ni me ti kosia truck no me pomegranate juice ni I very healthy me too obi obia ni say me pass chire me ni any me drink me no any drink from store only this pomegranate juice or I made my homemade juice na me dey aba yeah me wo me tomatoes ni e wo fridge no me red onions ni e me ba me dem kwan kakra e baaye ya asa me hyeto e na wa ha sei no so wey me bakra me refi say me wo dan bi si baabi so mani ka otro ko mi also the me refi wo ha ni one way sometimes me check osua bi a e wo microwave na e be shock one day metro how me chiri kosua e wo microwave mu at the same time me wo electric stove wo ha any electric stove ni some person me ya anwa mo asie wo mpa me electric stove na me nyo rice cooker mu me electric stove na ye metimi bo apesi wo so metimi akabanku wo so metimi ibibia wo electric stove no so enso no ase me ye free box no na ma be plug in wo ha na me dey see me table no kitchen table no so my bibia pepepe orofo so what do you think the manage adwuma na ho no de I am having a good time being a female truck driver in the USA. Trust me, nice, fun, like managing. Me aba I would say America. Mr. Edding, but ding. So to me drive a personal car, the same to make my driver truck. We two talk 1, 2, 3. Actually 1 week, no. Trust me, you'll be used of it. You'll be used to it. It won't be difficult for you again. So Mr. Remo, a man more he, mon fremi. Now I'm joining me. A truck with Jumano, Eddie no be catch me. Unya ba love your boy. We do see her. Messing more video about me truck with you. Eddie bro. Thank you so much. Like my video we social media YouTube channel Mama no Kwenkwa TV. Follow me on Facebook no Kwenkwa TV. More videos so ho. Shebi dem de babia so here follow na hwe mami. Me da was say so what team was from. Bye bye.
Are you motivated by this Ghanaian female truck driver? Wait me a drive a truck articulate away bo Ghana ha mana yi dia kwakwan so aba am yetua oka Golf for Total for Shell ebre wait me a drive articulate bo Ghana ha mana yi Ghana ni ba o also the free from Maryland or the kwahe e betua ne ka. Are you motivated by this? And I had the say, how na ba ye be pe solution ya ye no da bi o Ghana from ba ne de omu penny say kotena saw them hiribaba no so phone go no wo cartons gu no so no amaso hiribaba no wo kagu so lekusu wo ba leku susu kika no huhu sa nam ne ade. Is this your pride? Say Ghana ni buy and America me sure say in her wildest dream obedrin that ko say obetri truck, but we could do obi mind, so you need to work hard, you must earn a living. What about us here? A debe nebe push Ghana for out of this country way our muntimi nye dwuma wa ha enya wa ha obi a send a message. Now let me read it here. Or say to your message, you know, yeah, now sometimes I can sympathize the Ghanaians out there. Or say, and Isaac Atobra no the bar. Or say, look at this, guys. I have been in America for 25 years. Why I never see $25,000 US a year that I am making? You are talking about what? 30 million US? Undone? Make me go mad. Why not? What America memo? Who says can it be that? But you want my Ghana mo, I have $20, but it is so easy. Obi, I was 30 million, more than 30 million. A good impasse. Yaw Aban, or say this woman is courageous. I am a man, but scared to drive. I respect you. I respect you, ma'am. Sani etio. Ya hu bisi yinipe bi basa ne yete manim. Bisi basa. Ai na edwuma ani ho ena we no nso nema wo ha ye betimi aye pa ma na ye. Abronwa ne ye di ye ho. Politicians ni say o man bu o man ni say no because o munim say me no umie ne yadwene ne nhada nya adwuma papa. Nti o me take advantage of nema bebre. wasofo no ntumi nka nyamesem papa bia ne kremba because bebre no mo aso ya kromfo menu mienu na aso ye dia ne se ye twa ye ho a we twa we ne we twa we de wo bank ho twa obi drug pusher ni twa obi mason ni twa obi lawyer ni twa obi judge ni twa obi politician ni twa obi journalist ni twa obi ya ye ho se nkoto na egubo no. Very busy people, very busy. We are busy at work. Here we are. God, you ain't through with us here. We got to pray, all right? We pray, we got to pray. And the Yabompa, we are Mompa, no more Diabeshim. Here Baba, Kandiri, ya, Lekususu, ya. Wasting time. Then the Koreans are manufacturing the best of this. The Japanese are doing something, all right? The Malaysians are doing something. The South Koreans are doing something. The friends said the Dubais are doing something. The Singapores, the South friend is saying the Singapore friend is saying Malaysians biya koneni. Yeah, yete. Shadibi abana you. The suspension of the passage of the 1 cedi levy on fuel until 16th. So, we are learning government has held on to the passage of the 1 cedi fuel levy until 16th. And on person almost saying the year passage and as a action for broader consultation. Secondly, we are also learning COMAC, i.e. Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, in a strongly worded letter to the GRA. Almost akasa. COMAC Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies and so ebufuye papa ewa ben. Now, one more strongly worded statement slammed the sudden rollout announced over a long weekend with less than 48 hours notice as quote neither lawful nor operationally feasible unquote. Your more can say adia by the besha Ghana for Konya mo pese timba no eboa me yehye ma sa amra no eye adwuma ma all the OMCC ni implement no e de mampamerika ne ntem so nie hey MPP ni NDC ye mo de meyi konie he ebra ye be pass e-levy as well say asempa mo ka kire wo Ghana before the passage of e-levy. Come on. Oh, e-levy bow. Ghana problems in ebeko yeho bibia be kama. E-levy, the passage of e-levy, who enum amutu o memu ha. Say Ghana problems the e-levy ba abba. And say what train bibia bebe bia obe say Ghana politicians to honum ne ya na wa ya hwe kakra. Eti wow na dollar na skyrocket no mo dia ba o amman mienu o two sovereign nations wo mo ko mo ntokwa nowhere closer to Africa o tie amman mienu two developed two nations sovereign nations are battling throwing their warheads can say Scud missiles any friends me refi me eyi kra one more to two Scud missiles and ballistic warheads enemy are they drones at each other yes to Africa over 1 million miles away from Russia and Ukraine no na MPP for at the sa enum way aye chorus to say and crown wonum good day nursery and a penny wiane na dwono mo to kire Ghana for say the dollar no de a Russian-Ukraine war. The likes of Nana Binom no more to sanum ni gu Ghana for trim say Russian-Ukraine war. Hey, me show mo sam say eh na mo to me di atam say pa ma e ko trim say Ghana for ye nim nyansenti. Russian-Ukraine war all here. But guess what say? Even whilst the Russian-Ukraine war na ekoso the Ukrainians were producing 56% of the global flour. Whilst the Russian-Ukraine war, the Ukrainians are producing 56% of the global oil for you and I to consume. Once the Russian-Ukraine war, the Ukrainians are producing 56% of the global pharmaceuticals, drugs, for us to consume. Now, what Africa? Now, this your unscrupulous, intellectually dishonest politicians way. Look at our faces like this, and they could sing the Russian-Ukraine war like scratch. That's the skyrocketing of the dollar is against the backdrop of that war, and let's brace it. And senior citizens of this nation, your doctors, your professors, your emeritus, the political pundits, and all kinds of social ladder class were quiet listening to NPP. And we were quiet for 8 solid years till this day. And this yaba, honestly, try the same as son. Now listen. This group likened the directive to what? Quote, institutional ambush, unquote, and accused the government of using, quote, cohesion, unquote, reminiscent of what? A military regime. Komakafo at the South Somuwe government said, "There will at the sea was soja memo. Sorry, anapa soja memo. Obedana obe sorry anapa tutu no better na announcement the room. Pam we say. No, a soja memo sanete. You take a decision. Ya fino be beka say you call brother consultation. No, you need some time no. And then I come back for neka say NDC government na yesa. Woma yesa because of what? Their super majority. And I tell you, say, folks, we here at the front line tend to agree with above perspectives. And indeed, the most annoying part of all of this is often you hear this narrative. Oh, this levy, it would what? It would make the power and also erratic power supply a thing of the past. Was it Wednesday? Ebo ball levies are who do I pass or memoir levies makuma saying MPP are passing, NDC are passing. Now we need one more passes our levies we are. I saw more kinds. Oh yes. We are passing. Oh Kaniano a basic so say and a bear kama Yahoba toying problem biamba a dear womukani nego. Momon passes our levy in NG says Sikani we. South quantum of Sikano. Now, between these two parties, is said there about no much she says, so mudio, so murio, so me a deum, a binisa osla no. Osla sikan, mummy saw almost already a heading. Inima de omodia. Now, just one your mind be qua on him, any attitude, as if say it's an ending thing. No, be some say, Mube read a bang. To me, can't say, hey, just one penny for no madrine, nibi. And the question is, how many such levy have we not passed in this country by these two regimes, 33 years in unsustainable energy supply? 33 years in it. So if our levies, and pass it bida. We are sure. Go and research. Me say, levies way, MPP pass it, NDC, office and pass it be paying. Ya pass it be a manabro, so only this can ye then. Debia some catcher say party see me and one show. Say military governments binimu baya. Now womu to me the agriculture one sector of the economy. One sector of the economy. And I am saying why General Ignatius Kutu Etampon used only one sector of the economy, agriculture. What did he do with it? He used agriculture to give this country a facelift. And told the IMF, I won't pay this debt. He repudiated a lot of Ghana's debt, $94.4 million. He saved Ghana $30 million against the importation of what? Cotton or Agriculture was his baseline. And Kutu Echampon succeeded. One, Kutu succeeded. Oh, the 7-year rule of Kutu Echampon. Can you compare the 7-year rule of Echampon to that of 8 years of the MPP? No, because so Jenny Baye we ya. And under the 4th Republican Constitution, listen, Ghanaians, under the 4th Republican Constitution, how many presidents have we had? Saying about 5 of them, Eboa. 5 of them. 85, you know, each one in Biano, ever developing Ghana, Fanny said 20%. In all of it, young Fanny said, you can say the threshold of our developmental agenda, no, ASC, Fanny said, what here, on the scale of young Fanny said 100. Way by we develop it 20. We should develop it under the 4th Republican no crown constitution. 5 presidents way obiasu offer 20% ni will develop your money. It's we are sure say Ghana as a state by this time so by this time Dubai ain't mean compare no, Malaysia ain't mean compare, Singapore ain't mean compare, South Korea, these countries way are our age group, they can't compare. But 5 solid leadership under the 4th Republican 33 years. Now, system into development in India. What are these leaders? What have they done with our time, our money, our resources, and our raw materials and everything? What have they done with it? Where is it? All the foreign companies falling our timber, rosewood, then our raw materials, he cut it off. We were receiving the greater percentage. Under our 4th Republican, then on penny for a year, Kufuor laid red carpet for Newmont to go to Brim, Ahafo, Kenyasi, to go and destroy your cocoa, which is one of Ghana's enviable export earners. Maybe they say Newmont, or Mama Ghana, gold, the was saying. Premium Bennett, that's what. Yes? It was under the 4th Republican, and this president have opened the floodgates on top. Let's not even go and destroy our own ecosystem, the environment, the kind of saying the forest reserves, the water bodies. Now the influx of Chinese when we need be good now on paying for any say who force a red carpet mom we no sign a cut then tax exemptions. Mobile leaderships under the 4th Republican Constitution. There no be some says our taxes we mo jijijija mo de ye den mo be di sen mo be to dan sen cars do sen ehe na mo pesa mo tena. You want to create a state within the state again. 33 years these two regimes constantly have resort to what? Changing electricity meters against the backdrop of their managing power supply. But I tell you folks, Nina a bunch of lies. They are a bunch of lies and crooks. A baby oba. What papa no ma be besisa meters. Ediaba me say under the 4th Republic, corner course say how many meters, electricity meters in our domestic homes. And yes, sign. The narrative is, we want to build a proper energy supply, meter way, and yet necessary. And yes, I net you. Akronfo no mo MPP no e be business or be import meters naba no when billions of Ghana cedis egu no bottom akronfo no a e wa NDC no aban ba e say this our business no man ye enye meter na enye no ya system meter or me say amamoyefo papa bi e na omo ne yeti manim e na omo portray say they are leaders of your nation. They are evil, they are nation wreckers, they are the enemies of the state. I make a short break. Me ba. Afiye Yaw Offori-Atta n'ensem lawyer bi si Yaw Offori-Atta ma oma. SMP investigation bi so ba. Efa Ghana hospital kesi bi pa ho. Na nipa wu a ewu. Mother child mortality a ehumi hu bi da nipa wu. Mebo hospital ni di a kire. So obi bi akosa hospital a contact the front line and come and tell us your story. Yeah, they bag gidi. This is the Frontline Show, Ghana Speaks. I'll be back after this short break. Stick and stay. This is the Frontline Show on CTV, of course. My name is Kweku Anan. Folks, Onyankopon Yadma Barren OHS on Wednesday will start. And this expose way by Mudu YHSM. The Frontline Show would be airing a program on a hospital named Mother and Child Hospital in the Kaswa municipality. Monfa Hospital and 2 screens. Yes. Sa hospital way e wo Kaswa mpesua so ho ene da ho no Mother and Child Ghanaians. Now I am calling on the Minister of Health. Ora Kwabena min is it minta wo minta kando honorable me power chow. I am speaking to some of your people. The Ministry of Health obitia omo mamanie mesramu mufa munini sa expose ya yebeye. Na Ghana phobia wo muwo ewo hospital mi hu bida. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you everything. Yes, Mother and Child Hospital and the Ministry of Health. Minimum can say unless it's probably cause strike. Yeah, minimum hospital we are going to expose them big. But the superintendent of this hospital is refusing to answer questions. Yeah. We've engaged him and he's refusing so bekasa. But folks, there is an undercover agent of the frontliner. Yama wakoye jumebi owa. Yama obeya adie so ewo TikTok. Because a lot of people are dying beyond. Hey, to say me who be that? Me say what they were better. People have narrated their horrendous encounter, and you are going to hear. Enti, so we will be a wukosa hospital. Me patro break the hospital because I cannot guarantee with the evidences that we've gathered. This our undercover guy. Hospital no akobo Kaswa Regional Police for wakobo mamanie say yen undercover agent is publishing falsehood about this hospital. Enti Kaswa Police for etonkra friend no mane bae emo kan asem ye bibia. Then I personally call the Kaswa Regional Police asem no ma frɛ abrante no we me na mesuma no and we are doing investigation about the hospital. Samope adibia mumeka ho near hospital we should put them in check. The investigator no CID officer no hospital impeding for ebebo na manie no menini ka se we also oh really say yeah evidence go on easy my brantie no koy no then they demanded say abrantie no emo evidence. Let me say listen, give some of the affected persons, the victims, one numbers to the police. Let the police call them, let them narrate their story. Do you know what a friend say? Kaswa Regional Police for you today. My brand report here. What they are saying is that they've arrested him, and that when we charging him for what? False report. I swear God, Kaswa Police, be careful. Commander of Kaswa Police, I am asking you with respect. Be very careful. The lives of people are being crushed, negligently killing innocent people. I was our hospital. Now, so what say? Ube charging mimi undercover agent no. Minu ina beba quarter. And I swear God, I will make sure President Mahama will sack the regional command. Africa so because the lives of people. Them say here. Now what you mema faka ne kokot. Meaning say Wednesday na muso mbesa. Monfa ne kokot ne hwa de besi kroma. Take him to court. Innocent people are dying. Hospital no negligent oh. Enu mu kum nipa o hospital. Na mo amobetin sem Ghana for. But tonight, before I end with this, because it's an expose eba, I am telling every Ghanaian, especially those in the Kaswa enclave, Ubia wako sa hospital, mother and child, call our your friend saying our WhatsApp line. And down 020-297-3461. Please take our WhatsApp number and then call or send a message. Okay? And down WhatsApp number and down 020-297-3461. Any or baby wako mother and child uko uluzuba. And now one kasa you nearly died or something or any family member bia mudishe ekuwu hono But what counts, bra? We've gathered a lot, and I'm really sad. I'm really, really sad. And today, when I was speaking to the superintendent, also known to me, Nemum, he's calling on the regional, your friend saying, the regional health director to come and answer questions. Your friend saying, CTV. And I'm saying, who near the hospital was under my forward. You want the regional director no on the and he was trying to cite the minister of health said or call Tamalan me who dey see her. Na me say I have the interview of the chief executive. You see, this country people are sometimes may I say as if they are losing their head. Say, Musi adwuma no ye de adwuma hyɛ nsa kɔhwɛ nkwasiade a nurse fo no gu sa mother and child hospital ne samfo a wo mudi wo ho ekum ne hyɛma enipa wu e wo hospital so mo ye sebe moa. I'm telling you, Ghana some na make no mother and child. Tonight I'm only calling on the minister. I've spoken to somebody very close to the minister. And Kwabna ma weni nkosa hospital ye de nsemi begu om wa tibi wasun. And I will say, the officials of the hospital, the ministry should shut down the hospital and revamp it again. Oh yes, because I said nipa ewu na doso. Namu Kaswa Regional Command. Okay? Chief, ibu police ifo. But we are what dream say mo be ma hospital na influence police so I dey Now listen, Accra events Kaswa Regional Command. Now listen. Our guy has not published any false information. Now CTV, we are about to blow the cover up. So come here. Come here. We are about to blow the cover up of the hospital. Into CTV said we are publishing false information. Absolutely nonsense and balderdash. How dare you? We are police officers. We've given you a uniform. Use it and protect life and properties. Who to us a Matia Branton to say or publishing false information? We gave you numbers of victims. Go and talk to them. Have you done it? Now, assembly or no CID officer, no one make a real way. And we are going to charge them as a moche. Mo fun sawate. Dampare and the no corner umunya sumbre. Na sana dampare want to be to design kwasi asem. How sometimes enemy tell more police officers be. I say Jimio say kwasi adio sadeyo. You think the law no e wo dia ohun? You think so? Me we a police officer oba me no wan hwe masa me hwe sumo. Ghana mran wo ye na ye dia wo. Untimi you sum mran no emfensi si obi. I'm telling you guys. Enti a friend saying Kaswa Regional Command Police. I'm waiting. Na me hwe ade amobeye. But I'm to tell you, sir, the investigation about this hospital is coming on live. I say, if you come here and tell me, sir, we've published false information against hundreds of Ghanaians who are dying in this hospital. How dare you people? Folks, afiyem rane ensem wo ma me dwen wa me ntia se musumu bebo ye ho ban no enipa bi kum nipa eno na emu hia de. Please, those of you calling the number, don't. Let me finish the program. Any Ghanaian Bia Wakosa Hospital, mother and child, after the program, contact the line. You can send an audio, narrate whatever that happened. Our hospital, our WhatsApp, February, we'll take it. Okay? Anybody who has gone to mother and child hospital, I am going to show you Ghanaians. Pictures, videos, and many more. Now, Fimiwia, more Kaswa police. You will come and tell me why you want to detain that our undercover agent. What kind of nonsense is that? Make a Simbia police officer on Peso Bete and then I'm saying here on Moche. I'm obviously I'm calling my name. You think so? I'm not ready to speak to IGP about this, but definitely we are going to file a complaint to the police headquarters as far as Accra, FNC, Kaswa region, I'm concerned. If you want to help the hospital to be killing Ghanaians, then I'm waiting. May expose you rough. Any corruption that will go on there, I know. I'll catch you people. And Timuni Muhini, Kaswa police. So being him commander now, speak to the commander. Catch her and say that case down and your small case. Nobody has published falsehood. Everything is real. We've spoken to victims. People's mothers have died. people's children. Masa, what story be not kwaku? Me susa am say, hey, into where you cost? Let me impose a hospital. Be say, as a Kaso municipality ho. Wow. And a mukum nipa. And nurses and most of our premier hospitals, because there are nurses for no more, but then almost more cost strike. Because there are nurses ni uko hospital a nurse for no more year Ghana for me one most more Ghana for. Minima didn't tell me yes, baby no mako nursing school na woman kusuya no more to hospital a grow and secure and omudie woman in naho. Anyway, young ko Ken Offori-Atta and so. But quick one, Ken Offori-Atta say, look, lifestyle audits, as I say to me, cost war man. Lifestyle audits near day. What you want estimate you about Simenyeska? Hey, Unyeska saying, he said that bang. Now, why credit and boy? Hey, Radius, can't see them do. He said that be or say lifestyle audit, as say be to me a more man. Saying, and a kissy, Edes asemi abeto, yenti kissy jabe.
However, it is gratifying to note the receptiveness of our jurisprudence of lifestyle audits under Article 2864 of the Constitution. However, it is strictly limited in scope and outlook, as it only applies to certain public offices and only in respect of the asset declaration regime. Then again, there is no prescribed sanction beyond the declaration that property or assets acquired after the initial declaration of assets and which are not reasonably attributable to reasonable sources will be deemed to have been acquired in contravention of the Constitution. Further, this problem is exacerbated by the fact that our criminal anti-corruption provisions in the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, and other enactments look primarily to public officers. Private persons are only implicated if they corrupt or seek to corrupt public officers. Otherwise, private persons are not within the purview of our traditional anti-corruption fight. It is for the above and other considerations that the advent of the OSP regime took the fight against corruption beyond our traditional arena of public life and situated the fight squarely among public officers, politically exposed persons, and persons in the private sector, as reflected in the long title of the Act and copious sections under the Act in the specific context of asset recovery. That is the third mandate of the OSP, which is to recover and manage the proceeds of corruption and corruption-related offences in relation to public officers, politically exposed persons, as well as persons in the private sector. However, this mandate is largely in the context of conviction-based proceedings, though the OSP is mandated to exercise limited aspects of civil asset recovery under its declaration of property and income regime. Therefore, Your Excellency, the principle of lifestyle audit non-conviction-based asset recovery should be stamped in the Constitution to encompass public officers, politically exposed persons, and persons in the private sector suspected of having engaged or engaging in corruption and corruption-related activities, on the reckoning that the person must have legitimate sources of income sufficient to justify the interest in any property that person holds. Therefore, where a person's resources far outstrip his legitimate income, the unexplained portion should be liable to confiscation. This will be a critical tool also to detect fraud and undeclared income for tax purposes.
I tend to agree with Kissie Jabin say yes. Lifestyle audit as a question. Now, quick one over the weekend. Lawyer here, friend Kofi Bensley said, Ken Offori-Atta there. So no benya there and say Ken Offori-Atta. We see memuha. Wokoka same way. Our platform is Joy News Follow. Wokan is there no fan who dear. Yanyanehwe yankari anchre no. Take a listen to him.
The person is sick or claims to be. He is in a situation where he says, I cannot come down. That's one. The law allows you to proceed against him in absentia. So, if you want to arrest the person, you haven't gone before a judge or anything. and by yourself, you have triggered the Interpol, whatever. I said the law backs what you are doing now.
There's a warrant, meaning you have gone before a judge.
There's a warrant for
arrest.
My point is this. There is a law that allows the OSP to proceed in absentia against this gentleman. Why have they not proceeded to try him in absentia? Because look, you know, Sedina Tamaklo also tried, convicted, sentenced, and then she absconds. If you put
Sedina was arrested. Sedina appeared before the court. Her plea was taken.
A different point.
In the course of the trial, she runs out of the country.
My point is,
and as we speak, there are processes to arrest her. She ran. Felix is saying she didn't run. Look, she ran because
Samson, I haven't made a
she
point.
asked for permission to go for treatment.
I haven't made the point.
And never returned.
I haven't made the point. I haven't made the point. The point I'm making is, Sedina essentially, who was tried and convicted, who is now a convict, is treated more or less essentially the same as somebody who has not been tried, not been convicted, who might well not be convicted. There is a problem there. So I'm saying, please, OSP, look, if I had to advise Ken as a brother, I would say, don't come to Ghana. I disagree with all the things that have happened and I've criticized them. But for your person and for the kind of vitriol that has been visited against you, don't come to Ghana. Wait and let them try you, let them convict you, and if they convict you, we'll take it from there. Sedina was convicted. It's a different thing from a person who has not been tried. And the law allows them to proceed against him in absentia. Do that.
Now, when you watch the demeanor of this guy, it's so explicitly clear. Try to gauge his conscience and his demeanor. Say, is he thinking about the quantum of money dissipated by Yaw Offori-Atta, gone waste? Is that what Van saying? Kofi Bentil is thinking? No. Any issue. Kofi Bentil is doing that with emotions, depending which political lines that guy is crossing. And we know him so well. We know these are so-called lawyers, renowned lawyers who want to speak and want everybody to catch cold. God damn. What the hell? And we would endorse Yaw Offori-Atta Baby Oshibiara as long as the red alert is on him. May he pray that he doesn't come under the radar. Now Kofi Bentil oba no Koshia no airport. But you know what? Ne lawyers so to ye dey say and prostate ye den. Prostate ye bema wohwa na se ho. Enti ye say bema bia no prostate no ebenya we nya on ade ba ko doctors in baka cho say obutu oba so time and time. Ye say na wotwe bia anya bia be say enum na obutu oba so. Anya kura no ye say wo mo na eka o a doctor for say na what we be nko na wi no anya bia na se ubutu oba so be emprenu ne kra no be enan che se wo dia che kra no wo no eye sen miensa and I'm say ye no mudie ye no bia ye nware ye tito ya ye life IBC the whole house is throwing omina asasa bra force na ye to obi an nware ni sisi so nti ye yasam ne ye be ka ne sen. But Dr. Biameyati say on this same program, Dr. Nebekan asem so no prostate. You bet me treat you okolebua. And the crown and the Dr. Nebekan is saying, take a listen to this.
I think it has to do with his personal decision. But when it comes to prostate cancer treatment, Ghana is one of the most advanced in terms of prostate cancer diagnosis and treatment in the sub-region, where we've had high-level government officials in the sub-region across many West African countries and in-country as well, including members of the previous government and members of this government. I say this because I've had the opportunity to even treat some of them as a neurosurgeon who have undergone this cancer treatment in the hands of people like Professor J.E. Mensah, and they've survived for all these years and needed spine surgery later on. That is how I got to even know about it. I've actually looked at what Mayo does, and I don't think that there is anything special that they will do for a prostate cancer patient that does not really exist in Ghana or change the prognosis of the patients, unless maybe there are some trials they are doing in terms of chemotherapy, immunotherapy.
Okay.
And we have an oncology unit here. Those drugs.
Okay. So, into just prostate, you beat me again. You beat me to other than now, Offori-Atta or America. Share hospital yasma mekai. Mother and child, messages a big good, massa, who be that. Messages pa a big good. My main can come message was one more day, may guest ever. Okay, my main can say this lawyer is blah 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 blah. I don't want to use that word. And he called himself a lawyer. I don't want to use that word, okay? Okay, well, see, greetings, sir. Please, I am Kwabena Jedu from Ablekuma Agape. I have similar issues concerning the criminal nurses in Gonzi Hospital. Really? I see. Well, say, Kweku Anan, it is true. People are dying in the hospital, in that hospital. Last year, my wife's sister was admitted at the same hospital and was given BP medicine, and she was not suffering from BP. I fight them in the hospital. Ebinyo, namu Kaswa police. Kaswa police, for instead of you to go and do investigation, rather, a media house here investigation, no makwache. Nipane said, no, he's publishing what? I'm just watching the Kaswa regional police. The police in Penifomuntu Kaswa Fonofo. Because I say, me say, you won't survive. Commander now work Kaswa, me say, you won't survive this. If you want to throw a challenge to this platform, I can only say I accept the challenge. Now, do I have my guest there? Well, I say, my auntie was admitted in the mother and child hospital on last week, Monday. And she died. Oh, and died on last week, Wednesday. Wow. Yeah, you have a lot to do here. Great. Let's speak to our political analyst, Nana Mankwa, with the very short minutes na akane. Yembisa Nana Mankwa, 1 or 2 ebina. So, Amankwa, memwajo, what is saying? Good evening.
Hello, Kofi. Good to say.
Mehoya Pao. Also, what is saying?
Mehoya 100%.
Great. State of London. I hope so. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, chair.
Good one.
BBI, okay.
Wonderful. Amankwa, and then they do brief cry. I know for whatever. But quick one, looking at the gatherings of Offori-Atta and now the red alert in say for APP, you know. Earlier, it was a manhunt. Now, the red alert itself is triggered. How severe this could be? As far as you are also within the intelligentsia, how severe this could be for Offori-Atta?
Red alert, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Amankwa, can you hear me?
OS, you know, the not to red alert.
Sure.
It's a normal procedure, but let me say for submission media. Red alert is red alert, so he has to go to very, very difficult for him to go from one country to another country. Unless almost they get out. But I say Donald Trump, you know, he's not playing games. We are African, that's all connected to the problem. It's fish you out. UK, so they could easily fish you out. For Mauritius, they be very okay. Mauritius Islands, those type of places. But the whole thing is, you know, sometimes you know, I'm listening.
I'm quite Luzu.
Yeah, the reception is very poor. Is it good? Is it any good?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, Yanko.
OSPA, you know, they say, they don't name back Ghana and your help. It's more, it's a country, you know, she's only to me. Yeah. But to be quite honest, you could a lot of these politicians that they be almost away for health reasons. No, some are a lot of them. Sometimes the treatment, you can have it in Ghana,
exactly.
but it's in their almost benefits. No, it's in their remuneration benefits. No, so they can get treatment abroad. And a lot of them. Some of them, they can even create that they are going abroad and they get adherence and things like that. And so the whole thing is a scam. But a lot of them, let me explain this. Some of them, they are not doing anything illegal.
I see.
The society and the rules that have been given to the society, they are working within the rules, but they are not honest people. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
They are working within the rules, but the rules are bad. And to say the whole apartheid system of Ghana, apartheid system, law, apartheid system was South Africa. The apartheid system was a law. It was a bad law. So in Ghana, you have a lot of bad laws, and then you have a lot of bad lawyers who will justify it for their personal gain.
Quick one.
Lawyers
quick one. The friend saying Kofi Bentel is suggesting say if he is to advise Ken Offori-Atta, he would advise him not to come to Ghana. Do you share his thoughts?
He's a lawyer, isn't he? He's a trained liar.
That's correct.
He's been trained to find out a way to get his client out of problems. That is his main thing, and that's what he's doing. I'm not justifying what he's doing. He can see that these are the type of things. Makacho say, I don't like when the parliament is populated by lawyers. I like engineers, scientists, doctors, businessmen. I like that wide range of. You see, we've copied the British American system without having their laws. You see, our laws are copied around British and American system, but you need the enforcement ability of the British American system. So we are doing the wrong thing. We are supposed to be doing something right, but actually the fundamentals that is built on is wrong.
That's right.
And we should do it. We should not copy their system. You have to break the egg to make a fresh omelette. A code.
Yeah.
Because
I got you, man. I got that.
A British American political constitution. Not at the same time, police make me a chief prime minister back. No, police make me a chief president back.
Impossible.
Police chief. Never say police chief president back here. Or do you know who I am? I have to police the chief president back. There will be a procedure and there will be a conviction. And see, you are copying a system that is inimical to your culture. Does that make sense?
Quite serious though.
Does it make, well, you are police the chief mewaha. Me to make us all mommy 50 CD, me man 50 pounds no uncle. It can't work. It's a democracy, not fake. I'm being honest. It's founded on a copycat system which is not amicable to the place that is being practiced.
Yeah.
It's in our countries, so much develop no more level testing upon the rest of them now. They were literally good dictators. There are dictators that are bad, and they are good dictators. I mean, my main can be being just simple. That ambulance here, advertising no meaning. American partner be frame. I was offering your government, the MPP government at the time, I was offering them the same thing they want, the same ambulance, less price, and I will give them 4 years to pay. But they didn't take my deal.
I see.
American. So why didn't they take your deal? Because they need to steal money direct. Until they have to pay. Oh, probably at the price in a year high. You bet me a 2 years direct. Or no crowd will say more money or pay. I deal with letters of credit. And I've dealt with Stanbic Bank and other banks. Or see, I will give them all the ambulances they wanted, no payment, and for 4 years' time they can pay me. All I need is a deferred letters of credit. Na echese country no kra betimi save sika for the time being. Ni akoye sa bridge na nkola no enam so na omo cross over the bridge and the children can fall into the bridge and die. The leaders you people have don't care about you. And then you see the Kwekupa for this is the kind of people that end up in positions of power in Ghana. They don't care. They are in the position to make money for themselves. Correct. But they have to tell people something. They have to tell the people, we are here to help, we want to govern you. And I'm also society, no, so my society with two academic. Anything now will come and show, no, say, I society, no, produce BBA. It's all academic. Paperwork. They don't make anything. That is the problem. The ambulance deal, I know somebody that offered a better deal. Other than a government who could we are minister for a financer. Your spending should be more like I'll give you an example. Why don't they prepay you, but they let you work for a month before they pay you?
That's correct.
Why do they do that? They do that because they can't be prepaying you before you start the work. And the ambulance, you cannot a finance minister. If you offer a deal, say, my main ambulance number, I'm in 4 years' time. But those type of deals, to me, commission be at 20-30%. There's not a lot of money to steal from it. So they need somebody that will bring an invoice that they have to pay direct to the person's account. That's where the money is being made.
Great. Bro, it will be see now a lot of developing stories we need to touch base with you. So take a rest for me. Now, you better get it back to you. You and I have a lot of private stuff.
Account also, you're everywhere in the world. Any different place, when your income and your lifestyle is over the border, they can seize the part until you declare your taxes that you pay.
Exactly.
And society, the government is also telling the people to pay taxes.
Yeah.
You are a country, most countries, you don't take until you have about 80% of your population as middle class. You cannot use taxation as a way of development. 80% of your people have to be middle class. In Europe and America, 80% are middle class. Ghana, it's only 5% middle class, 5% super rich, and 90% of the people are straight. And they want the 90% to pay the taxes for the people, the 5% middle class and 5% super rich, to live on them. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Good. You cannot use taxation. 80% of your population is not middle class. It's not doable.
Good. You better see the BCSA. Now we'll touch base again on all the developing stories. But folks, loads of messages. Loads of it. Mufan and the same messages in the reading na. Nyankopon ya aduma Wednesday, especially the expose near day bano. Hospital no. In fact, Niama hupa seriously, and some be brave people. Among for a lot of experiences be share with that very hospital. No, into Pastor Wisdom, I would say Unia Babi Sukra Ekoku hospital. There's loads and loads and loads of it. Where I say my auntie was admitted in the mother and care child hospital last week Monday, and she died last week Wednesday. When will the expose be done? The expose is starting this very coming Wednesday week. Yes, and you put in Ubia an experience with this hospital. Please send an audio recording to our WhatsApp number 02029734461. And a good screen is 02029734461. Send a WhatsApp message to it. Because we'll play your audio for Ghanaians to know your experience and all of that. Nafi, I'm a ministry no one more supervisory role. I was our hospital. They will check the hospital anywhere in Nipa Ewu. I was our hospital. Folks, the most here, great guys, and mommy production Ruby X, and of course, Echo Best Mag online editor Kens Campbell. The great guys there, yes, it's incredible. My production and the executive producer Yariamba. Editors at large, Kofi Ansa, and then Eno Kofi Ejiri, also on the beat on this hospital. I am here in Sempi. On Wednesday, we'll go deeper. People dying in this hospital and the circumstances leading to all of this death. My name is Sirimen Kwekwana. More share program on mainstream TV. You are requesting program repeated na yebenya wa hiahwe. Ko YouTube, uko YouTuber, by CTVGH. We say program na down. Type the frontline show. Ubenya program no was saying there. Ashe. Up next would be C Class TV News coming up shortly. I'm